A Solana node is a crucial component of the Solana network. It participates in the consensus process, validating transactions and maintaining the blockchain's integrity. Think of it as a small computer that constantly checks and verifies everything happening on the Solana network. Running a node contributes to the network's decentralization and security. Nodes can take different forms. A full validator actively participates in consensus and earns rewards. Other nodes, like RPC nodes, provide access to the blockchain's data. This allows users and applications to interact with the network without running a full validator. Understanding the different types of nodes is crucial for choosing the right setup for your needs. Setting up a Solana node might sound complicated. However, with clear instructions, it's a manageable process even for beginners. This guide will walk you through the process of setting up a Solana node on Windows 11. By the end of this guide, you'll have a functioning Solana node. Let's dive in and start building your own Solana node. First, enable WSL on your Windows 11 system. Open PowerShell as administrator and run the command. This command installs the necessary components for WSL, including a default Linux distribution. Once the installation is complete, restart your computer to apply the changes. Next, install Ubuntu from the Microsoft Store. Search for Ubuntu and choose your preferred version, for example, Ubuntu 22.04. Click Get to download and install it. Once installed, launch Ubuntu from the Start menu. You'll be prompted to create a username and password for your Ubuntu environment. After setting up Ubuntu, it's a good idea to update the system. Open the Ubuntu terminal and run the following commands. These commands ensure that you have the latest software packages and security updates. Now you have a fully functional Ubuntu environment within Windows 11. Before installing Rust and the Solana CLI, we need to install some essential dependencies. Open your Ubuntu terminal and run the following command. This command installs several packages, including curl for downloading files, git for version control, and build essential for compiling software. The package provides libraries for secure communication. The package helps manage software libraries, ensuring that the build process can find the necessary components. These dependencies form the foundation for building and running Solana software within your Ubuntu environment. After installing these packages, it's a good practice to verify the installation. You can check the version of each package using commands like and. This confirms that the packages were installed correctly and are ready to be used. With these dependencies installed, your Ubuntu environment is now prepared for installing Rust and the Solana CLI. Rust is the programming language used to develop Solana. We'll install it using the official Rust installer. In your Ubuntu terminal, run the following command. This command downloads and executes the script, which installs the latest stable version of Rust. Follow the on-screen prompts to complete the installation. After the installation completes, you need to configure your shell to use Rust. Run the command. This command sets the necessary environment variables for Rust development. To verify the Rust installation, run. This command should display the installed Rust version. If you see the version number, Rust is successfully installed. Now you have the necessary tools to build and run Solana software. The next section will guide you through installing the Solana command line interface, or CLI. Section 5. Installing the Solana CLI. The Solana CLI is your primary tool for interacting with the Solana network. It allows you to manage your node, send transactions, and interact with smart contracts. To install the Solana CLI, run the following command in your Ubuntu terminal. This command downloads and installs the latest version of the Solana CLI. After installing the CLI, verify the installation by running. This command should display the installed Solana CLI version. If you see the version number, the installation was successful. Now you have the necessary tools to interact with the Solana network. With the Solana CLI installed, you can now connect to the Solana network and start managing your node. You can choose to connect to the mainnet, devnet, or testnet. In the next section, we'll explore how to start a local test validator node. Section 6. Running a local test validator. A local test validator allows you to experiment with Solana without connecting to the real network. It's a great way to learn how Solana works without risking real funds. To start a local test validator, run the following command in your Ubuntu terminal. This command starts a local validator node that runs on a simulated network. Once the validator starts, you'll see output indicating that the node is running. You can interact with this local validator using the Solana CLI. For example, you can create new accounts, deploy programs, and send transactions. This provides a safe environment for learning and experimenting with Solana. You can stop the local test validator by pressing Ctrl+C in the terminal. When you're ready to experiment again, simply run the command again. In the next section, we'll explore how to run a full validator, which allows you to participate in the real Solana network. Section 7. Running a full validator, which is optional. Running a full validator allows you to participate in the consensus process and earn rewards. This section is optional as it requires more resources and technical expertise. To run a full validator, you'll need to create vote and validator identities. First, generate your validator key pair using the command. Store this key pair securely as it represents your validator identity. Next, create a vote account using the command. This vote account is used to stake your SOL and participate in voting. Now, you need to configure your validator. Create a file and specify your validator key pair, vote account, and other relevant parameters. Finally, start your validator using the command. Monitoring your validator's performance is essential to ensure its smooth operation. Section 8. Monitoring your Solana node. Monitoring your Solana node is essential for ensuring its health and performance. You can use command line tools, like to check the status of your validator. This command provides information about the current epoch, slot, and other relevant metrics. For more advanced monitoring, consider using tools like Prometheus and Grafana. Prometheus is a time series database that can collect metrics from your Solana node. Grafana is a visualization tool that can display these metrics in a user-friendly dashboard. Setting up Prometheus and Grafana requires some technical expertise. By monitoring your Solana node, you can identify potential problems early on and take corrective action. Regular monitoring is a best practice for any node operator. Section 9. Troubleshooting common issues. When running a Solana node, you might encounter some common issues. One frequent problem is network connectivity problems. Ensure that your node has a stable internet connection and that the necessary ports are open. Another common issue is disk space exhaustion. Solana nodes require significant disk space, especially for storing the blockchain data. Regularly check your disk space and consider using an external drive if necessary. If your node crashes or encounters errors, check the validator logs for clues. The logs contain valuable information that can help diagnose and resolve problems. If you encounter any other issues, consult the Solana documentation or seek help from the Solana community. Section 10. Conclusion and further resources. You've now learned how to set up and run a Solana node on Windows 11 using WSL. By following this guide, you've contributed to the decentralization and security of the Solana network. Running a node is a valuable contribution to the Solana ecosystem. Whether you're running a local test validator or a full validator, you're playing a part in securing the network. This guide provides a solid foundation for getting started with Solana nodes. The Solana documentation is a great starting point for learning more about the technical details of Solana. The Solana community is also a valuable resource. Join online forums and communities to connect with other Solana enthusiasts and learn from their experiences. Continuing your learning journey with Solana will open up new possibilities for participating in this exciting ecosystem.